Hello and welcome to a No Sleeper Tactical Gear Review. Today we're going to be looking at tactical pins, which ones I like, designs I don't like, and helping you find the best one for you. Alright, this is the first one. This is the most common one you're going to find. You're going to see this one just about everywhere you look. I got this one from, I think it's called if that'll focus, a Zeke. AZYC, but really that's just the brand that sold this one. I'm sure it's made by the same manufacturer, and there's just a million of them out there. I have one of these from Stealth Angel and one from a Zeke. I love the knurling on this one. Really like this clip. It's a sturdy clip. I wish my knives had a clip like this. This just listen to this. It's beautiful. Just yeah. This writes really well. I actually got this one with 6 refills for the ink. Just because I like writing with it so much. Again, really just heavy knurling. I like it. It's a good, very grippy surface. The glass shatterer is very sharp. I'm sure it would work. I've never had to break out my window to escape from a burning car or anything like that. I like that there's a little place for you to hook your finger here and a flat spot to put your thumb here, and the knurling holds onto your palm. If you do ever have to break something, the problem is though, there's no real part of your hand behind that force. It's just the friction from the grip. So I think if push comes to shove and you have to use this maybe on a person trying to attack you, or if you do have to break out of a car, I think you're really kind of pressing your luck with this one. This one doesn't do it for me, even though it's the best made one and it writes really nicely. Go out and get this one if you want to look really cool and have a well-made pen. All right, so the next 3 are going to be pretty similar, or the next 2, I'll save the last one for last. The next 2 are pretty similar. They're just steel body pens. This one might be aluminum. I don't want to think it is, but it broke, or it dented pretty well over here. There really are just pens with a hard body, and they kind of run into the same problem. Yeah, you can put your thumb up here, but you're going to bruise it if you ever have to use it, and they're only going to be good as a Kubotan. The really nice thing about these versus this one is this one looks tactical. It looks like a weapon. These look like pens. You'll be able to use them as pens, and you're going to look like a pen using normal person at your job. This one stands out like a sore thumb. These guys, a lot more subtle. All right, the next one is probably the best Kubotan on this list. Downside to it is this clip is basically useless. It used to have a flashlight. I pulled that out just because I'm me and decided to pull out the flashlight. Glass shatterers are all right. Really nice Kubotan design. Very long, great place to put your thumb. A little bit concave right here, so it's a good place for your thumb. Just really, really sturdy grip here. I would be very comfortable using this as a Kubotan. Very comfortable using this in a less than lethal force self-defense situation. And it does have a knife and a pen. The knife adds absolutely nothing to the value to me. It's just an extra thing to call it tactical, I guess. And it's a little bit bent. You can see it there. It's got a nice place to put your thumb, but it's such a tiny knife. You have to unscrew it just to get to it. It's so impractical. It adds nothing to me. It's nice though. It's there. And there's a pen. Again, it's a little bit inconvenient to have to unscrew it to get to it, but your life's not on the line with a pen, whereas it might be if you, for whatever reason, have to use a knife. Yeah, it's an alright pen. I mean, I've used it. It's not as good as the others. It's certainly not as good as this one, but it's there. It adds to the value. Best Kubotan on the list, period. But the overall best, and you saw this one off to the side, is this one right here. Why? Well, even though the structure isn't quite as sturdy as these guys, or even quite as sturdy as this one, funnily enough, the top of it is what sets it apart from its pen-looking counterparts. You see, it's flat. You can put your thumb here. You have that physical strength behind it. You have your bones behind it. It makes it sturdier, and you're not relying on grip strength as much as you are with this one. and it's not going to bruise you up like these two will, and it's inconspicuous. So the best tactical pin out of all of these is going to be our perfectly normal, flat-topped IMB pin. Get something like this. No one's going to think you're trying to be tactical when you're in the office, and you'll have a self-defense tool